Okay, so in this video, I'm going to help you guys practice one-step equations, integers, and so I should give you this paper. If you don't have it, then you need to get one before we start the video. Okay, so let's read through this. Jamie paid the rent well past the due date for the months of April, May, and June. As a result, he has been charged a total of $75 as a late fee. How much did he pay as a late fee per month? Now, you're going to find when you're trying to solve these, sometimes you have to read the problem more than once. Okay, that's just kind of the way it goes. So now I'm going to read it again, and I'm going to use a highlighter here to highlight things that I think are important. Jamie paid rent well past the due date for the months of April, May, and June. As a result, he was charged a total of $75 as a late fee. How much did he pay as a late fee per month? Okay, it's starting to make a little bit more sense. So I'm going to kind of draw a picture of it. I have the late fee in April, the late fee in May, and the late fee in June. You guys see how I put plus signs? Because right here it says the total is $75. So April, May, and June, we're going to assume that the late fee is always the same. Okay, so I'm just going to use a cursive L to show the late fee. And so since there was April, May, and June, that's 3 months. So that's going to be L plus L plus L has to equal $75. Now, some of you are going to make the connection that, oh, if I add L together 3 times, that's the same thing as 3 times L. For example, if I had 5 plus 5 plus 5, I could do 3 times 5 because multiplication is repeated addition. So I'm going to think about 3 times L equals 75. The hard part is done. Now you have something that you worked with last week. We know that the 3 and the L smashed together means multiply. So the opposite of that is to divide by 3. We have to do that math on each side of the problem. And so we know that L is going to equal, I can do this in my head because it's quarters. 3 quarters gives me 75 cents. So I know the late fee per month is going to be $25. Okay. Let's go ahead and do the second one. Now, at any time that you feel like, oh, I might be able to do that, pause the video, try to work the problem, and then watch the video, and you can check yourself. I'm going to go ahead and grab my highlighter again so I can highlight important information as I read. Number 2, the kindergarten section at Lehigh Valley has 12 classrooms. If each classroom can accommodate, that just means hold 15 kids. How many kids can the kindergarten section accommodate or hold in all? Okay, now, in all is another one of those things where I hear like that could be addition, but there's 12 classrooms, and in each classroom there's going to be 15 kids. I'm not going to write 15 plus 15 12 times. Okay. What we're going to think about is that we hopefully know that if I have 15 kids in each classroom and there's 12 classrooms, that's going to be multiplication. Okay. That's going to give me the total number. Okay. Now, how do we do this multiplication? Well, Mrs. Canupp's going to put it over here. So I'm going to take the 2 times 5 is 10, carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus the 1 that I carried is 3. Done with the 2, but I have to hold the place value with a 0. Now I'm ready to do 1 times 5 is 5, and 1 times 1 is 1. Now I just have to add this, so that's going to be 180 students in all. That's what they asked me, in all. Okay, I'm going to come down here and work on number 3. Once again, if you want to try that by yourself, you go ahead and hit the pause button, try it, and then come back and watch the video. Grab my highlighter. Oh, let's do blue this time. Juan sells raffle tickets at a charity event for $6 each. How many tickets does he have to sell to make $114? Okay, so let's think about this. What do I know about these raffle tickets? Okay, so it's asking me how many tickets does he have to sell. So I'm going to put a T is going to equal tickets that he sold. Okay. They each cost $6, so I know that I'm going to have to take $6. I'm going to have to multiply that by how many tickets I sold. So like if you go to the movies or you go wherever, however many people you're with, times the price is how much you pay. And they told me he wants to make $114. Okay, so we know how much he wants to make is going to be 114. As we have been working on, this means multiply, so we want to do the opposite of that. So we're going to divide by 6 and divide by 6. I don't have a calculator with me, so I'm going to do this longhand. 6 goes into 11 one time. I subtract and get 5. Bring down the 4. And 9 times 6 is 54. So how many tickets does he have to sell? 19 tickets. Okay. Let's see, we have number 4 and number 5. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do number 4. Check yourself. If you're getting these, then I want you to try number 5 by yourself. Raise your hand. I'm going to check it, and then that can already be part of your score. Okay, so let's do blue again. Melanie works as a nanny and is paid $14 per hour. So that means every hour she gets another 14, another 14, another 14. So that's addition. But when you repeat that over and over again, remember that means multiply. She puts in 40 hours of work in 7 days. How much does she earn in a week? Well, 7 days a week. Yeah. And she worked 40 hours that week. Okay. So kind of what we're looking at is saying, okay, well, let's do W equals total earned. Okay, because that's what they're asking us to find, right? How much does she earn in a week? Okay, well, I know she worked 40 hours. And how much does she make each hour? $14. And so that's going to give me my W, my total. So all I have to do is that math. Ooh, kind of like this. So I'm going to take 14 times 40 over here. 0, 0. I'm done with the 0. Hold my place value. 4 times 4 is 16. Carry the 1. 4 times 1 is 4. Plus the 1 I put up there is 5. Adding those up. So she makes $560. That's how, when you're working a job, guys, that's how you get your paycheck. Like, it's important to kind of get an idea of, oh, I worked this many hours. I make this per hour. That's about how much my paycheck's going to be. Okay, so you guys try number 5. There's also questions on the back. Now I'm going to give you a hint. The ones on the back are slightly easier because they're addition and subtraction. Okay, if you'll notice this side that I just worked with you, except for number 5, is either going to be multiplication or division. Then the other side, addition or subtraction. Okay, so you're going to work number 5 by yourself, and then you're going to try the other side, and then that's what I'm going to walk around and try to give you a grade on, either Wednesday or Thursday. And then I have one more piece of practice and assessment piece as well that we will work on Thursday, Friday. Okay, good luck.